Hello everyone and welcome back to Apollo Justice Ace Attorney, where I'm still feeling a little under the weather, but I'm really excited to see how this turns out. So let's see how this goes. We're back in the defendant lobby. Apollo, I can't believe it. It really happened during the second act? And right in the middle of Lamoire's performance? While she was in that air vent, and that switch in the flaming guitar, when you link it all together, that's what you end up with. I knew you had what it took. Oh. Phoenix. Ah, Daddy. You know, same thing. Mr. Wright. You believed in me? Not really. Huh? I just thought I'd make a cooler entrance and say, hiya. Why do I even bother hoping? Where have you been lately, Daddy? You haven't been coming to the office at all. Ah, sorry about that, Trucy. I'm on a secret mission. Ooh. Secret? You mean like you're undercover? Like Mr. Latouche, only shorter and not as well dressed? Ooh. Shots fired. Oh no, what if you're shot too, Daddy? Would I do a thing like that to you? Anyway, I'm off for a while again. Huh? You're leaving? Oh, one thing before I go. What? Good luck. Right. What is this look? ... Is that all you came to say? I think you have things pretty much under control. You'll get Maki Tobai off the hook, no doubt. Yeah, but you're after that detective, aren't you? Darian Crescend. It won't be easy proving you did it. Especially not under the current court system. Current court system? What? What did Prosecutor Gavin say during the trial? Your case is based on a fragile assumption. Namely, that our diva Divine is telling the truth. But what about all the proof? The brooch and the switch? Piece of jewelry and a lyrical blunder? There are plenty of other ways to explain those things. The flaming guitar, too. All because you lack definitive proof of their connection to the case. But the sultry songstress is lying. Your case melts like butter in a frying pan, leaving behind the faintly singed scent of failure. And butter. So what do I do? Like I said, good luck. Be aware that it'll be impossible to prove his guilt by conventional methods. Oh, that reminds me. I have something to give you from our detective friend. What? Detective Sky, Emma? Let's see, this bag of snacks here was meant for me. Ah, here it is. What are those, Daddy? They don't look like very good snacking material. They were found at the scene. Analysis of the fragments revealed traces of gunpowder. Gunpowder? Probably a firecracker or something similar, like the one kids are into these days. These fragments were found under the sofa at the scene of the crime, actually. Oh, okay, that explains so much. Because there was one thing I hadn't considered, and that's that we heard gunshots while they were on stage. Okay, so that explains that. Alright, cool. We're moving along. Under the sofa. That had been bothering me, because I wasn't sure how we were going to explain that. Hey, Apollo. That's where we found that little device thingy. Right, this. Oh, finally, some evidence that makes sense. Burnt fragments added to the court record. Alright, I want to take a look at those. Yep, we'll come back. That's all for me, I suppose. Found at the crime scene, bearing gunpowder residue, possibly a firecracker? Wait. Examine? So you think this was some kind of firecracker? Yeah, or one of those noisemakers like you shoot off on New Year's? Did you know that in China they use firecrackers on New Year's to scare off evil? So it's kind of the same thing. Really? I had no idea. Well, did you know this? It takes more than 500 peanuts to make one 12-ounce jar of peanut butter. At least my useless fact had something to do with the evidence. Alright, I don't think there's anything else to look at here. Okay, cool. That That helps me out a lot. That really gives me a much better picture of what happened. See you after the verdict, maybe. Right. Every man has an igniter inside. Excuse me? Find Darien Crescend's igniter and set it off. And he walked out the door just like a magician, normally. What does he want us to do? No conventional methods, what does that mean? I guess we just have to take his advice and hope it makes sense when the time comes. I guess. We're almost at the finish line. Hang in there, Trucy. July 10th, 155, District Courtroom, number 3. Court is now back in session. Prosecutor Gavin, where is Detective Crescend? In the witness lounge, ready to be called at any time. Very well. Might I add, I don't believe any of this. Darien, was the first detective I ever worked with. We stopped working together when he moved to Criminal Affairs, Division 3. But his guitar playing, it fires my imagination. That's nice, but it has nothing to do with the matter at hand. Correct? Oh, I know. Air forehead. Had to get that in there. Very well, call the witness to the stand. Final witness. Detective Darien Crescend. Name and occupation, please. Darien Crescend, Detective, Criminal Affairs, Division 3. That's the International Affairs Division for those of you who didn't know. And I'm a guitarist for the Gaviners. Maybe you've heard of us. Do you fully understand the circumstances under which you stand before us today? Yeah, I understand, Your Honor. What I don't understand is how you let this happen, partner. You gave me your word I wouldn't be standing here. These situations changed, Darien. And don't call me partner. So much for old friends. Ooh. I see what you're doing, Darien. You're pressing the prosecution. Your Honor, if we could begin the trial. Yes, it's high time we did. Let's hear your testimony. You may begin with your response to Lamoire's testimony. If in fact you have anything to say about it. Oh, I got plenty to say. Lying must be a national pastime in Virginia. Wherever you're from, Mr. Justice. Ha! Conventional methods are out the window, huh? Here goes nothing. Darien's rebuttal. Alright, here we go. Diva's lying, plain and simple. She's got nothing to back up her story. In the first place, she never heard my voice. She forgot the words because she heard gunshots. As if. Didn't Detective Emma Sky hear those gunshots during the third set anyway? Oh, there we go. The shooting took place when I was on stage, man. There we go. Ah. So you claim Lamoire's testimony was a lie? Hey, don't get me wrong. I dig what she's doing, trying to protect that kid. And she's got the court eating vague statements out of her hand just because she's blind. You go too far, Darien. Look, all I'm saying is you got a reliable witness. Why not listen to the detective? Ooh, Detective Sky? I see. Mr. Justice, you may begin your cross-examination. He didn't waste any time finding our weak spot. I can't do this with Lamoire's testimony alone. I'll have to find some other way to prove when the shooting took place. Alright, start pressing everything. Even though I'm pretty sure I know what we're going to present where. Or do I just go straight to that? I think we're gonna have to prove what that is first. I don't want to jump the gun. I think we're gonna have to prove what those things were and how they're related. But I think that's where we're going. You don't have any proof that she was lying. Oh yeah, kid. You saying I lied? No, I'm just saying, Apollo, glare back at him. I couldn't help it. I flinched by reflex. Detective Crescend. Yeah, what do you want? Nothing. Apollo, chin up. Back straight. You're wilting. This guy's hard as nails. He makes Walkie look downright cooperative. Look, there's no way the diva remembers my voice. How not? Alright, explain this. You never talked to her even though you were playing in the same concert? Not a word as far as I can recall. That actually makes it even more suspicious because She didn't know who it was before. She just heard two people talking. She knew one was Latus because she had never heard Darian's voice before. That actually works against you, dummy. But weren't there planning sessions or something? Gavin took care of all that himself. Darian wasn't involved in any of the meetings with her. Ugh. As if you can just go around remembering everyone's voice like that anyway. She did. Only an idiot would believe that. Laymoire's hearing is very sensitive. She could remember him if she heard him, I'm sure of it. I just can't prove it. And I need proof. We know she missed the words. The mixing board proves it. Oh yeah, there's a mistake, but blaming it on gunshots is just a lame excuse. What do you mean? The mixing board proves what? It proves there was a mistake in the song, a missed cue. So, she just flubbed it up big time, that's all. She spins this story about the gunshot to protect the kid and cover for her own goof. Man, I'd have to hand it to her if she wasn't sticking it to me at the same time. Darian, watch what you say. Laymoire is an artist. She just flubbed it up. That's no small accusation for a performer of her caliber. Heh, she got it to you, alright. I can see it in your eyes. I tell you, most of her stuff's so pretentious, it's way over my head. I'm detecting a rift in the Gaviners' ranks. Yeah, they're gonna need a new guitarist. Anyway, she's too close to the defendant. Her testimony can't be trusted. If you ask me, I'd go with Detective Sky's story at the drop of a pick. Alright, press? Actually, I was there too. Oh, that doesn't help. So I hear. Which means you heard them too, right? The gunshots? Yes. We heard gunshots. Neither I nor Emma actually saw the shooting, mind you. Heh. Guess you and Laymoire got the same excuse then. We know one thing for certain here. There were gunshot-like sounds that emanated from that room during the third set. What we must determine is whether those sounds were actually gunshots. Oh, we can okay, never mind. I'm gonna toss. Maki heard them too. Remember, he said he ran for the air duct when he heard them. So, how do we figure out just what those gunshots during the third set were? Alright, we know. I'm still gonna... That could have been what the shooter wanted us to think. I'll tell you what the shooter, that kid, wants you to think. He wants you to think that Diva heard me in that room. I'm back to relying on Laymoire's testimony. As much as I'm enjoying the Darian and Forehead show, there is no need for such tempers. Don't make us into some comedy duo. You guys are kind of a comedy duo. This means the Gavin and Darian show's cancelled. Neither of your claims can be proven or disproved. We could argue for days like this and get to nowhere. Prosecutor Gavin is quite right. This court will hear no further discussion on this topic without new facts. New facts, huh? He's pretty eager to paint Laymoire as a liar, isn't he? Yeah, because her testimony is basically our entire case. Huh, this is tough. So what do we do? Got a few ideas. I just need to find another way to prove it didn't happen when he says it did. Okay, I'm gonna try. Not that. Alright. Those were not gunshots. Those were this. Some things were found at the crime scene after yesterday's trial. Ooh, what things? The first was this small device. That's the remote triggered igniter. Correct. And one more thing. Ooh, what are those? Remains of something burnt? Not another guitar, I hope. Traces of gunpowder were found on those fragments. We have a report that it was something like a firecracker. How did Gavin know about this? What, you think Detective Sky works for you? I received this report this morning before coming here. That's when I made my decision, actually. What decision is this, Prosecutor Gavin? I registered Darian as a witness in today's trial, just in case. Ooh. This raises another possibility. Those gunshot-like sounds during the third set could have been two firecrackers rigged to go off by remote control. And we have the proof. You got an active imagination, don't you? But you didn't say every little thing you think. Your explanation there seems to be too convenient for me. How so? So you're saying these firecrackers just happened to go off right when two witnesses came walking by? Ha! That's right. Darian was out on stage when it happened, Apollo. How would he know someone was backstage right then? Oh, because they got security. The firecracker goes off in the forest and there's no one there to hear. You get my drift? Why go through the trouble, man? How do I explain this? He may not look it, but Darian is a gifted detective. Show any weakness and he's sure to find it. You may not look it, partner. Gee, thanks, man. That reminds me. I happened to pass through that very hallway several times that day myself, and I saw something odd there just before the third set. Something odd? A headset, the kind all of the band and staff members were wearing. That's right. We picked this up in front of the door to that dressing room. What if that headset wasn't dropped but placed? And what if it was turned on? You could hear what was going on in that hallway, even if you were out on stage. Oh! Whose side are you on, Gavin? Listen to me, Darian. There are no sides in the court of law. Which is why I now turn to you, Air Forehead. I have a question for you. Huh? For me? The igniter and the burnt fragments that were found at the scene of the crime. It's certainly a possibility that they were part of a ruse to fake the sound of gunshots. Throw the headset from the hallway into the mix, and you could fabricate an alibi, but we're still no closer to proving anything. Those gunshots might have been real or fake, we can't say. You've raised the possibility that the shots heard during the third set were faked. Now you need to prove the other half of the case. The other half? Look, I'll just tell him. He wants you to prove the thing went down in the second act, while our little piano player was on stage. Isn't that right, Gavin? Indeed, if you can't prove that. Then to continue this cross-examination would be pointless. Well, Mr. Justice, can you prove the crime took place during the second set? Yeah, I think. You better know, Apollo, otherwise we're through. It can be proven. Oh, I didn't get a choice. Okay. You make it sound like someone else is going to come along and do it for you. Let's continue with the cross-examination then, shall we? Witness your testimony if you would. This isn't going to be easy. I need some decisive proof and fast. Heh, you ready, kid? 'Cause I am. Shooting took place during the second set. During the second set, if you're so sure, let's see your proof. Is that the... Okay, yeah, we read that already. Because our testimony is basically our entire case. This is tough, so what do we do? Got a few ideas. I just need to find another way to prove it didn't happen when he says it did. But nothing to back up her story. She never heard my voice. Let's see your proof. Alright, what do we have? What do we have to work with? Possibly a firecracker. That doesn't help. That doesn't help either. Doesn't mention... Okay, yeah, that's kind of... Alright, igniter. Triggered by remote trigger. Replica. A gift from Lamoire. Sent from Burkinia. Burn the night of the concert. Wait, was he the first? Oh, did I have this backwards? Triggers an igniter within 30 feet. Okay, so that part would have been easy. Where's the mixer? I don't... I didn't notice that before. Yeah, and there's the missing lyrics. All right, I was gonna go through this one by one, but I'm pretty sure that seems pretty definitive. Well, I was lucky. So this is the guitar. When does it catch fire? Right there. Okay. I don't know if that is going to matter, but I wanted to know. So in this third portion. Okay, that actually ruins one of my theories, but it doesn't affect that much. That's the piano. And the drums. Okay. But that's not the important one. The important one is... Wow, that's convenient that it's right at the very beginning. All right, yeah. It seems there was clear proof left behind. What I was looking for originally when I brought that up was I thought it was still going to be their song where he messed up his part. But that's even better. That's even easier. Right here in Lamoire's song. Her song. What exactly is this device thingy? A new variety of gramophone, perhaps? Come on, we just used this. Don't get me started on gramophone. This device was used to record the performance part by part. Part? You move these sliders to adjust the volume. Each instrument is adjustable separately, Lamoire's voice included. Ooh, what does this prove? According to Lamoire's testimony, at the moment of the shooting, she forgot the words to the song. Ah, you intend to examine the recording at that moment, yeah? We might even hear those gunshots. Yes, we did. Exactly. Ah, ridiculous. How are you supposed to hear gunshots back in that dressing room out on stage? Have you forgotten, Darian? We were all wearing these headsets. Oh. We were all deeply involved in our performance, but the Lamoire's headsets would have picked up what she heard all the same. Then let's get to analyzing that recording right now. Lamoire stopped singing when she heard the gunshots fired. Find that spot and I'll find the gunshots. Wait, I just did this. How do I... Right there. What do I, Hello? It's right there. What, there's no... Oh, wait. I found it. Like, how do I say this is it? Oh, which part, right? Right? Oh, boy. Your Honor, listen closely to this part. This is the track with Lamoire's vocals. Got him. I did hear something faintly there. Yes, why? It sounded like a gunshot. Oh, what? This has to be some kind of mistake. Got him. Oh my god, that is not a good look. That's a great thumbnail. That's not a good look for you. I believe the case has been made. The gunshots were heard during the second set, which means Lamoire's testimony was true. Yeah. Got him. Order! So, she was telling the truth about what she heard? The other man speaking, not Mr. Latouche. What did he say? It's over. Press the switch now. Just after that, there was a gunshot, and then the guitar caught on fire. Detective Crescent, you weren't on stage during the second set. You could have done it. But why did we only hear one gunshot on the recording? Weren't 2 bullets fired from this weapon? Lamar was moving through the air vent, Your Honor. She must not have been close enough for her mic to catch the first shot. But then as she passed over the dressing room, the gun fired again, and Mr. Latusse's life was taken. Well, Detective Crescent. Got him. Once again I'm reminded of something. No! Our performance that day. Your performance? Seeing the mixing board jogged my memory. You were there too, Air Forehead. Yes! What is it with today? Problem after problem. Tongue. My hog won't start, my guitar case is busted, my guitar's been burnt to a crisp, and to top it all off, someone's dead. And then there was that performance just now. What was that all about? This part is off. Which is that, Second guitar. It was you, Darian. I thought it strange at the time. How could you miss such a simple cue? I know you, I know how you play, you're better than that. Yeah, well, You what? And, Prosecutor Gavin, what are you getting at? That he was paying attention to something else. I am talking about the murder weapon, Mr. Latusse's 45 caliber hand cannon. As we have learned, even the shooter doesn't go unscarred with a revolver that size. The kickback is enough to dislocate your shoulder if you're an amateur. Wait, you mean his playing was affected because he hurt himself shooting that revolver? You forgetting something. Yes, Detective Crescent? I'm a trained police officer, you know, I've had firearms training, plenty of it. I'm no amateur. The standard sidearm issued to police officers is a .38 caliber weapon. A much tamer beast, also a murder weapon, belonged to the victim, Mr. Latusse, which suggests there's a struggle between the killer and the victim. So the killer might not have been holding the revolver correctly when he fired. Is that what you mean? The thought had occurred to me, yes. Uh-oh. Well, does the witness have anything to say to this? Detective Crescent? What I want to ask is what Mr. Sleeves rolled up ready for action has to say. Hey, you, attorney. Me? Exactly which piece of evidence is decisive again? Got a little noise on a tape that could be anything, and you have an alleged guitar cue missed due to a 45 caliber kickback. I weep for this case, Gavin, I really do. You can line up your little weak pieces of evidence all you want. I didn't shoot that manager. That's the obvious truth. The witness has a point. The defense's arguments, while persuasive, are not decisive. I believe we should hear what the witness has to say in response to the case so far. Your testimony, please, Detective Crescent. Tell us your reasons why you couldn't have done it. Proof of innocence. All right, we're going to hear this testimony in the next episode. I'm assuming we're getting towards the end. He is on the ropes. We've got him. He is in our sights. Just got to find that one piece of evidence. I do have to remember for the next episode, I want to try to point out what piece of evidence in this trial turned out to be fake, or not important. So I will try to do that in the next episode once the trial's wrapped up. So I think we're at the end. We'll see. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.